Hello tribe, welcome back. So today we have a quick reading. I just want to check in to see what you guys are currently learning. I hope this is going to be beneficial on your journey, and I don't have any objects here today. I want you to choose using your intuition, not your eyes. And if you need some more time, stop the video right here and I'm going to catch you in timestamps. Hey tribe, pile one, let's see, what are you currently learning? By the way, this deck is called Mystical Healing Reading Cards, in case anyone will be asking. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know this deck. This is by Rebecca Campbell, and this is Healing and Clarity deck. No, it's actually called Essential Oil Oracle Cards by Lisa Powers. Let's see, we have Relieve Anxiety, Trust the Timing, Trust the wave you came in on, Time is not running out. And we have Passion card, Trigger Statement, I am scared. That goes very well with Relieve Anxiety. And True Statement, when I am vulnerable, I am at my strongest. Reconnect with your feminine energy and pursue something that ignites your fire. Open the gates of your fortress and explore. Now, for a lot of you, this could be very straightforward, where you are learning how to be more in a present moment, or you are learning how to deal with your body, how to recognize when you feel stressed and what to do about it. Almost like you're being shown that you need to focus more on finding the best way suitable to you, in order to feel a little bit more grounded, a little bit more at peace. So recognizing right now what makes you feel anxious or where it started. So maybe you want to go back to the past using a specific technique, where that anxiety started. What was the point in your life when it started and why? Maybe you want to dive deeper. A lot of you I'm seeing here may be perfectionists, and that might be an issue when jumping into something that you like, when doing or creating something that you love. You want everything to be perfect, but at the same time, that perfection is your enemy because it causes quite a lot of tension in your body. Some of you are competing with time, almost as if I'm seeing someone running and trying to outrun the wind, and the wind is pretty damn strong. Your cards are saying right now we are learning how not to jump too far ahead. Right now we are learning how to focus on what matters to us today, not tomorrow, not a week from now, not a year from now. What matters to you today? You're learning how to prioritize better. And you're learning to stop yourself during the day and take a breath, breathe in. I keep hearing practice, practice, practice. This tension that some of you may be feeling from day to day is trying to talk to you. Your body is trying to tell you that you may need to change slightly something about your routine. For example, are you choosing to have a coffee first thing in the morning, or are you choosing to have lemon water, and why? How experimenting what feels good to you during the day, or whenever you feel anxious or whenever you feel stressed, even when you are creating something that you love, or even going to work. What is the first emotion that comes to you when you think about responsibilities, when you think about your work day? Your cards are saying we can switch it off. We can switch this tension off, and we can be very grounded in our approaches if we incorporate something in our day that helps us to do so. Remind yourself throughout the day to breathe, or do something that helps you to remember that. Some of you may want to have, I don't know why I'm seeing this, a reminder on your phone screen, maybe a quote, maybe a picture that reminds you to slow down or reminds you to breathe. Some of you are being shown that what you want to achieve in your future, the future that you want to have, you can have it. But don't live in that future. Take it one step at a time and you will get there. The more you push yourself, the more you may burn out. And being goal-oriented and being motivated and taking action towards your goal is a good thing. But here in this pile, I'm seeing that some people overdo it and they get lost in their heads. They get stressed, and that rubs off on their work or on their health. So what you're learning about now is to be more compassionate to yourself. To talk about your issues or the way you feel sometimes with someone else. When I'm vulnerable, I am at my strongest. Saying, hey, maybe I need help with this. Maybe I really want to look into my anxiety or stress or fears that I have. Maybe I want to ask for advice. How does someone else do it and what helped them? So a bit of research, I believe, would be very beneficial. Some of you are thinking that if you don't achieve something by that exact time, you're going to fail, but that's not true. Your cards are saying make sure that you do not lie to yourself and you do not stress yourself out for the things that are not here just yet. All you gotta do is to focus on priorities of today's and have as much of a grounded day as possible, and everything else will work out. So I hope that this made sense and this was beneficial, tribe. Thank you for passing by. If you need more content, find me on Patreon, and until the next one. Hey tribe, pile number 2. The first card we have, it's from the Mystical Healing Reading cards, in case anyone will be asking. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know this deck. It's by Rebecca Campbell. And the third card that we have is, this is a deck by Lisa Powers, Essential Oil Oracle cards. Let's look at what we got here. First card, we have Listen to Intuition. A lot of you probably like, damn, I know. I heard about it many times. Then we have Surrender to the Sweetness, Venus Energy, Pleasure, Joy, Make Love to Life. This is such a feminine energy here, and the intuition talks about the same thing. We have Independence, trigger statement, I am just like my father. True statement, I am free to choose. You are ready to break free of the conditioning that has bound you so that you may continue your journey of healing and growth. Now, a lot of you, what you're learning about right now, that this is very specific. This pile might not be for all of you. I'm going to jump into specifics. Looking at the relationship that you had with your father, with your mother, or looking at relationship of your parents, there was something that you felt like, or you feel like you would have changed, or something that you don't want to have in your life. The shadow aspects of it. What your cards are saying is that you need to tap into, maybe you've learned how to be a fighter then. And I'm talking to mostly feminines here, because I'm seeing that at some point what you've seen in one particular relationship, it made you, in a way, repress your feminine energy. And maybe it made you scared of a relationship, or it made you close off, or it made your heart close off a little bit, and you are not honoring your feminine the way that maybe you should. And that's why sometimes maybe you don't listen to your intuition, because you don't trust it, because you're in your masculine. This reminds me of a situation where someone has seen difficulties in relationships and they don't trust that they can have a really good, well-balanced relationship. And I'm talking about a female in particular who's seen that, and she tapped into her masculine in order to survive. That's her defense mechanism. And what we're learning about here is how to tap into the feminine, how to find our way back to our sensuality, how to find our way back to ourselves and really honor the power that we have. That you don't have to be the person that you don't want to be. You have a choice to be the version of yourself that you want to be, but there is something that's pulling you backwards, that's somehow connected to what you've seen in your surroundings that you don't want to attract. And your cards are saying, well, you don't have to attract that. As long as you truly honor your feminine energy and you are receptive and you're open to receiving, you're going to have a well-balanced relationship. You're going to leave a male to honor their masculine and to provide to you emotionally, support you, set a strong foundation, provide that sense of safety and security to you. And then you're going to open up for receiving, and you're going to be fully in your feminine energy. I'm also hearing what you're learning about right now is how to tap into this feminine wisdom, where sometimes you don't know where it comes from, where the answers come from, but you know it comes from either your higher self or your gut feeling, and you're like, I really need to trust this more. And maybe you've been shown a situation where you felt like something was off, and you've been shown later down the line, you were shown a fact that your intuition was correct. What you're also learning about right now is how to pamper yourself. I'm seeing a spa, I'm seeing someone booking themselves into a massage, I'm seeing them wanting to change their hair, wanting to buy something beautiful for themselves, really pampering yourself and caring for yourself. Some of you, I'm seeing here, you were in really difficult relationships in the past where your feminine wasn't honored. Maybe you didn't receive enough love, or you were the one who kept giving, or you were so closed off that your heart wasn't completely open and it impacted relationship. And your cards are saying you are learning how to have the relationship that you desire. You are learning how to believe in it more. That the version of a relationship that you have in the head that you want, it can actually be a part of your reality. It doesn't have to be like someone else's relationship, or it doesn't have to resemble what you've seen and what you witnessed in the past. So I hope that this made sense. If you need more content, find me on Patreon, and thank you for joining me here today. Until the next one. Bye. Hello, Pathways. So the first card we have is from the Mystical Healing Reading Cards deck, in case anyone will be asking. The second card we have, I'm pretty sure a lot of you know this deck. It's Rebecca Campbell's. And the third card we have is Lisa Powers' deck, Essential Oil Oracle cards. Let's see what we got here. What are you currently learning about? You have Take Positive Action, Deep Cellular Healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. I'm looking at her heart space over here, and we have heart chakra card. Balance, trigger statement, no one understands me. True statement, I ask for what I need. From a place of love, you need to stand up and speak your truth. What you wish for is what the universe wishes for you. It's going to be a very straightforward pile. What you're currently learning about is how to chase your dreams, how to go for what you want, even if someone doesn't understand you. Even if someone doesn't understand why you want to, I don't know, work in that particular job or in that particular field. A lot of you here probably have noticed you are very different from the rest of your family, or you have a very specific interest that differentiates you from the family. Authenticity, I'm hearing authenticity. You're learning how to listen to your heart more and how to be led by your heart in order to take the action that you want. I feel like people in pile number 3 are on the verge of changing their life in some way. Either moving to a different country, having a new beautiful relationship, buying a home, or giving into their life's purpose. Whatever this is for you in particular as you're listening, your cards are saying what you can expect once you take that action towards what you desire, what your heart desires. You're going to notice how your physical well-being starts improving. For others of you, you're going to start noticing how your energy body will start becoming lighter because you are choosing what your heart desires. And with that comes some sort of healing. Maybe say you were doing what you didn't like, or you were in a relationship that was very difficult for your heart. It was very heavy. I want to breathe in and breathe out. And maybe you stayed there knowing that you have to start a new chapter. And I'm seeing doors opening for you in the future if you allow yourself to see them. You're learning how to be more optimistic about the outcomes of the future. Some of you have gone through or are still going through this healing process. Something that you've experienced in the past year or two that was really heavy on your heart or on your mental state. You're learning how to love yourself a little bit more, how to be more compassionate for yourself. Maybe you were not understood in that particular situation, a job, a relationship. And that made you feel alone. And that has impacted your emotional well-being, and then it impacted your maybe physical well-being, and you noticed the changes. So what you are currently learning is how to take care of yourself better, how to love yourself better, how to allow yourself to explore and go for the things that you want. How to learn how to ask for what you need. How to say no to things that you don't want. Some of you might be learning how to be better at boundaries. How to stand up for yourself. How to say, this doesn't fly with me. That's not something I'm going to be accepting. Knowing clearly what you want and going for it. That's what you're learning about. But with that together comes self-love, the healing from the past, and doing better for yourself. Choosing peace. You are choosing peace, I'm seeing here. A lot of you are learning how to take care of your physical body better. Say it could come through, show up in your life in a way where you suddenly want to choose different foods. You want to look at or track how much water you're drinking throughout the day. Some of you may feel a need to go back to the gym or to do a detox, especially if you've been abusing your body in some way. Overall, you're learning how to love yourself, and with that comes boundaries, and with that comes a clear knowing what is best for you. I hope this made sense, pile number 3. If you need more content, find me on Patreon. I hope this was beneficial. Until the next one, bye.